Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Fran here. Welcome back to another Rocket League video. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that we always do at the end of every single season. How was it? How was the Rocket Pass? How was the DLC cars that came out? And was there anything actually exciting and worth talking about? Now, sadly, ever since Rocket League has fully transformed into Fortnite almost, they've stopped posting everything on their actual news page. So we're just going to be scrolling through my channel because I kind of cover a lot of those anyway. So yeah, we're going to start it off right off the bat with the Season 7 teaser video that we got, which was going to be arcade style. Now, the arcade style was a really interesting one for me, but I didn't really enjoy it. Plus, one of the big updates that we had for Season 17 was the free play update. Now, I am recording this after the fact that Season 18 fully came out and we had new mutators and stuff like that, so I can kind of provide an insight on this. For me personally, I never really enjoyed the free play update. It wasn't a big change for me, and I'm not even sure if a lot of people actually did free play online after the update went live. Maybe for a week they had some fun, but I don't really know anybody that actually used it past the week. So I would say the free play update was good for a very niche amount of players, and just like the Season 17 one, or Season 18 update as well, which we'll talk about in the next video coming out tomorrow. It's a little bit of a niche one, but happy for me. So yeah, the first thing that we actually got was, no, it wasn't the Porsche. The Porsche is what we already had. This was before Season 17. So Season 17 launched right here. Where is it? So we got teasers about the Void Burn car, which, wow, that seems a long time ago. The map Neo Tokyo Arcade. Now we can actually look at that on the Rocket League news, since luckily they did actually post something about that. But for the Rocket League news, for the map for me personally was a pretty cool one. It was kind of just your, standard Neo Tokyo reskinned, but it at least brought something new. I wouldn't give this map anything too crazy of an approval rating. They did definitely change the sidewalls, which I think was really cool. I loved the way, just like how they did in Season 16 with the map, that Driftwoods map where the wood on the side. They definitely continued that a little bit as well, which I think is actually really cool. But I wouldn't give this thing a massive 10 out of 10 map, but I would say maybe a 5 or a 6. I think it deserves a 5 or a 6. Nothing too crazy on that. For the Rocket Pass wise, the Rocket Pass items, I actually did a lot of showcases, so we'll be able to see that shortly. The Shokunin car was definitely one of those cars that I think people still use. I still see the Shokunin car being used to this day because it is an Octane hitbox, and I think it is actually a really good Rocket Pass car. So I'd give the Shokunin and the Shokunin GXT almost maybe a 7 or an 8. So very big shout out on that one. We did have the free black dicey wheels, by the way, which could go either way with a lot of people. A lot of people hated it, a lot of people loved it. For me personally, I don't really have a say on it. I guess it really sucks for a lot of those players who traded their hard-earned money to get the black dicey wheels, but at the end of the day, they do look pretty clean and in mostly all of our inventory, so I won't rate that one. We also had our free Squishy Saver title, by the way, which I think is honestly something to really talk about. They still have not brought back another painted, a painted title, which I still think should be a thing. So kind of waiting on more, but definitely flopped. That was 3 months ago. For the black market decal, it was Dream State. For an item guy like me, I thought Dream State was actually pretty cool. I'd give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 or a 6. So yeah, we had I won't go over every single item, but the tournament rewards were kind of forgettable for me. I really truly think the tournament rewards weren't really the best for me. I think the best one was that Spellbound Goal Explosion a lot recently. I think that one was pretty cool. The Countdown Goal Explosion and another one of those Rocket Pass items that I just think kind of forgotten. The Pixel Popper. No, I forgot about that thing right off the bat. There's no way. But we had the Shokunin car. Now, the Void Burn car is actually something that I really enjoyed. Now, you could go, this is something that happened in Season 17, so I'm going to count it. But I do think the Void Burn car was a great addition. I forget the hitbox. I think it was a hybrid hitbox. But a very good addition, and I'm very happy I still purchased that one. For the items for Rocket Pass wise, I think wheels is something that I still think takes the cake for this Rocket Pass. We had the King Fang Radiant. We had these back Liddy wheels. We had those two, which I think just automatically for me take the wheels into a different, like, it just was so much better. The Frosty Fest event, very interesting. This one is actually in the newsworthy. So the Frosty Fest event for me personally was a lot of reskins, so I wasn't really a big fan of that, other than this avatar border. I think is really cool, obviously. But we have the trail as well, which I think was really cool. Now, one of the new things was the Neon Dominus that we have not seen since December, and I think that's a really interesting take. But again, it was another reskin. So for me personally, the Frosty Fest was not one of my favorites, even though it did bring 2 brand new game modes that now will finally be available in private matches. But Split Shot and Split Shot Heatseeker, just the split shot game mode in general, is got to be one of my top 5 brand new game modes. This thing, Split Shot, absolutely popped off. I mean, it was just absolutely insane. And yeah, the anthems did pop off a little bit as well, Raymond, I will say. The anthems were very nice. You know, they were very good. I don't really care too much about the anthems, so that's why I'm probably not covering it too much. But I think it is still really, really nice, you know, for the, what should we call it, the Split Shot. I thought Split Shot was very, very good. So for me personally, Frosty Fest was not one of my favorites, but because of Split Shot, I definitely give it a 5. But the Neon Dominus was really cool. That provided some good content. And everything else was pretty much reskins, though. Like the wheels, the Playok wheels, the Decimin Frosted, and also whatever wheels those are, all Frosted, was just reskins. Was not a big fan of that one overall. As you can see, I did make a lot of Neon Dominus stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. We also had the Incredibles car. Man, that was, wow. That was this season? Holy crap. Kind of a forgettable car, honestly. Not one of my favorites, but it is pretty cool. Now, one of the things that I really didn't like, as I could see from this clip here, is the decals. None of them were well put at all. I mean, they were, the decals, if you weren't using just the normal Incredibles decal, terrible. Honestly, like, none of them were animated, especially that Frosted one right there. Just was not a good looking car. But overall, I thought it was pretty cool to have. Obviously, DLC items are always welcome, and it's always not a requirement to buy them. Split Shot, easily 10 out of 10. I mean, I loved Split Shot. It was a brand new style of game mode now that finally will be in private matches as of Season 18. So that's going to be really cool. Now, one of the things that I was going to talk about in the beginning of the video, which brings Season 17 down to a absolute, almost a 1, is the Xbox situation. The Xbox situation was absolutely horrific. I mean, we got drops on drops because of it, which, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty happy about. But, like, the Xbox players couldn't play for almost 2 months. And apparently some Xbox players are still having trouble to this day. So that's where I really say this season is going down. Rating-wise, I'll give my overall rating at the end. But, like, I personally think the Xbox situation is just absolutely atrocious. Should have been fixed right off the bat, or at least a week after. I understand they were on vacation. People have lives. But, you know, when you put so much money into this game, like, imagine somebody bought the Incredibles car. Well, technically, you couldn't have bought it. But, like, just imagine, like, all the things, the amount of money that has gone into this, and you need to fix your game as quick as possible. So that is going to drive things down incredibly. But we did get the drops out of them. I do remember that day. That was a really hype day. New Rocket League. I didn't even title it right. Like, I'm looking back on this. New Rocket is given Rocket. Oh, dude, that's a fail on my part. Oh my gosh. But we got the double the drops, which I think was really cool. But that's shouldn't be counted towards this season overall score. Now we did have a lot of DLC cars come out quickly. We had the Lamborghini Urus, which was one of the few that came out, or not few, a lot that came out. But, you know, I will say the Lamborghini Urus is one of my favorite Lamborghinis 4-door wise, so I was a really big fan of it. So the Lamborghini Urus definitely looks good. The Quadra, the Cyberpunk 27, the Quadra Turbo R, I really didn't, you know, I didn't really care for that one, but it was cool. We had the Titanium White Neon Dominus, we had the Forest Green, and also the Crimson, which was really good. Great for content. We had the Lamborghini. Rocket League 2024 recap. We'll do that for 2025. That's but we also made the Cosmic Overdrive, which was very, very, just, you know, not the best, but it is good looking. I'll tell you that. Man, we are literally almost done. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Not much has come out. So I'm still posting showcases, as you can see. We had the Behemoth was not. The Behemoth was a while ago. Dream State. Really, I posted Dream State that long ago? How many videos did I post here? This is kind of like a review of mine. Man, there was not much really for. Oh, it was the holidays. That's why. It was the holidays. That's why I was like, man, we did get the Nissan Skyline GTR R32, which honestly, I'm a big car guy. I love the Nissans, but if you had the R34, it's not the same thing, obviously. There's a lot big differences, but in Rocket League terms, you know, it's same old, same old. It kind of matches the Nissan Silvia and all that. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, obviously, I know the cars are different in real life. Okay, I do know that. But in Rocket League terms, you're using the same, essentially, hitbox. So, you know, I still bought it, obviously. I think it is a great-looking car, especially with the Godzilla stuff that came with it. It was an absolute beast. But, yeah, Nissan Skyline, we had the Shikuna GXT, which I just got recently. We had the Musty's Garage Glitch. Yo, that was so hype. The Musty's Garage Glitch, 200 credits for 20XX. What else do we have? I think we had the Cristiano wheels. We had a couple of other things. I have to click on this one because this one is crazy. This was hilarious. Also, I don't know why my internet's being so slow today. I forget the other things that actually came with it, but my internet is not having a good time right now for whatever reason. But the Rocket League Musty's Garage was absolutely hilarious. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. We had the split shot. I gotta scroll down a little bit more because I think we're kind of okay, here we go. So we had the 20XX obviously come out in the 200 credits. That was insane. Crimson Sparkles, Lime Classic Trail. Yes. So thank you. So we had the Lime Classic Trail and the Crimson Sparkles, plus also the 20XX, all for 200 credits. Was pure insanity. Plus, I think we also had the Lime Poof. I'm not sure if that was actually confirmed. I'll have to check that one. But we also had the Xbox is finally getting fixed, which apparently people still have problems with. So I didn't really want to make a full-length video on that just yet. I'm hoping for Season 18 to fix that. But it got fixed after 2 months, which is just still very unacceptable in my eyes. Not a big fan of that one. Yeah, Lime Poof. Okay, so it was Lime Poof. But yeah, Xbox is finally getting fixed. We had the Masamune. Oh, wait, that was new. We had the Hatsune Miku. I don't know how to say it to this day. Oh, this is going to get me a lot of hate. I didn't really care for this event at all. I've never heard of the artist. I tried listening to the artist. I just wasn't a big fan of it. And don't hate on me. No, nobody hate on me, please. I'm sorry. But it's just, I was not a big fan of this event. I don't think it brought some cool things, but I think it was in the Rocket League news. Yeah, they definitely popped off with that, like on the news page there. I mean, some of the decals were actually pretty cool. This player anthem, by the way, goes hard. Like, the way this album was designed is beautiful. But like the Octane decal might actually be still one of my favorite decals if I didn't have any interest in the decal, but it looks really clean, if that makes any sense. So this was pretty cool. You know, regarding like the decal wise, and it was really clean. It just, I had no interest in this at all. So I just would give this maybe like a 4 or 5 just because I have no interest in it. We had the Season 17 Elite Packs and the Rocketeer Pack. The Elite Pack, or the Rocketeer, wait, is this Elite or, it was glitched at the time, but we had this brand new packs here. The Elite Pack is terrible. Not a big fan of that one. And then the Rocketeer Pack is always pretty good. Nothing crazy. We did get another free set of black market drops, which is crazy. I won't count those towards the actual like Season 17 overall, but like that was pretty crazy. We had that. We had the Komodo and also the Cristiano wheels coming to Fortnite. I don't know if you can really count that in Season 17, but it happened in a different game, so I guess you can. I don't really know. We have the Cristiano wheels in Fortnite. I'm not gonna let that just. Split Shot Snow Day, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 game mode. Absolutely loved it. Loved every second of playing it. Had so much fun. Split Shot overall, 10 out of 10. Keep it coming. Rocket. I want oh my gosh, I want Rumble. I want Hoops. I want it all. Split Shot, everything. Give me everything. What else did we have? Oh, we had the Electric Wave Aftermarket bundle. That again, they still did not post on the Rocket League news, which just doesn't make sense. But you know what? Whatever. I guess since I cover news, it's great for me to overview Season 17. I'm 15 minutes in. I will try to shorten this up, but I think we're pretty much done after this. We had the bundle here, which I think the best decal that came out of this was actually the Aurora decal for the Octane. This thing was such a good looking decal. I would give this event, honestly, okay, well, I wouldn't give it that high of an appraisal, but I would give it like maybe like a 6, because of the Auto Aurora decal for that Octane was just so good looking. So good looking. And that's kind of where we kind of leave off. Now, we did get the Season 18 ping audio, which was Season 18. Season 17 being extended was also not a great start. We had also the AC Milan bundle, which was not one of my favorites, one of those that were kind of forgettable. And now we're kind of up to present day. Also, I hit 10,000 subscribers in Season 17, so Season 17 will always hold a special place in my heart. But 10K in Season 17 is not going to affect anything. We had a lot of bundles return and stuff like that, and I think that is where we kind of draw the line. The Season 17 comp rewards, that's got to be the last one, which I still don't. Yes, I did. So Season 17 comp rewards, I've heard a lot of people say they actually like it. I've heard a lot of people say it's absolutely garbage. I think it's actually pretty decent. I'd give it mid. I'd give it a 4 or a 5. Honestly, a 4 or 5 stars, if that makes sense. 4 or 5 out of 10. Nothing crazy. So Season 17 overall rating. Overall rating would have to be low. I'm gonna have to go, and this is gonna shock a lot of people. For Season 17, I'm gonna have to go maybe a 4. It was just, not that it was uneventful, and the DLC cards, it has nothing to do with that. It more has to do with the things that, you know, I didn't find personal interest in. Besides the split shot, that's the only thing that's carrying this. But like me, but really, Season 18 teaser was 2 weeks ago? Wow. Forgot about that. If we scroll all the way back down, the Xbox situation was just absolutely horrifying. We had the free play update as well, which update wise, I'd give it a 4 because of just how bad. Content wise, regarding like DLCs, I'd give it a 7, honestly. For DLC, because I always have to rank them differently, because like, you know, there's content like gameplay wise, and then for me personally, I post a lot of, as you can see, cars and items, so I always separate it. So honestly, gameplay and like just the core value of Rocket League, I guess, I would give it a 4. Xbox having massive issues was just an absolute 0 out of 10. You got to fix your game. You've been around since 2015. I know issues happen, but like, and I know people are working, but it's just absolutely unacceptable that you let that go on for so long. But for gameplay wise, like I said, a 4 out of 10. The only thing that's carrying it is really split shot. And it took them a while to fix the Xbox situation, so they couldn't even enjoy. They missed out on a lot of things, by the way. I think they missed out on the Frosty event. They missed out on the Lamborghini Euros that they didn't even hop on because some people couldn't even play the game. There was a lot of things missed. So, like I said, 4 to 10 for me on the gameplay wise, because free play as well, I never played it. So that's just my personal opinion. Now, item wise and DLC wise, 7 out of 10. I think there were some great ones. We had the Lamborghini Urus, we had the Void Burn car, we had the Titanium White Neon Dominus, we had the Quadra, which I really didn't care for too much, but it was pretty cool looking. We got the Revolver as well. I don't think I even talked about the Revolver. Completely forgot about the Revolver. But we had the Revolver, all great looking cars. We got the Nissan. What the heck just happened? Sorry, I just clicked. We had the Nissan R32, all 7 out of 10 content. Absolutely loved every second. And we also got the Revolver car, which I thought was really cool. That's not even in Rocket League, so that's probably why I didn't cover it. But yeah, that's just my opinion on Season 17. Tomorrow's video is going to be about Season 18, and is Rocket League actually back? So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, this is the discussion video. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. We can have a debate. We can disagree. There's people who can disagree. There's people who can agree. But as long as we're all civil, I'll be totally okay with that, honestly. Like, seriously, have a debate in the comments. Just be nice about it. But that's going to be it in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next episode.